Transformers of Eternia.
You're watching Transformers of Eternia. Now today I wanted to take a look at this DNA Designs MK54 Animated Optimus Prime upgrade kit. It turns your Voyager Animated Optimus Prime into a Powermaster Optimus Prime that looks pretty close, not perfect, but pretty close to the animated cartoon series version. But before I break down all of this stuff, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. And thank you for checking out my channel. Now back to the show. Okay, so here's the upgrade kit on TF Source, and it looks like it's $59.99, which is kind of expensive considering that this is for your Voyager Optimus Prime, or your Voyager Animated Optimus Prime, I should say. But yeah, you get a lot of stuff here. I mean, this is a pretty massive change to that figure. I mean, this makes the figure worth buying as far as I'm concerned. I bought one, but I was hesitant to buy one because I don't like how the wheels are in the front of the new version, and how the wheels are so thin on the new version. It almost looks cheaper than the original toy. But this thing looks awesome with this upgrade kit. I gotta say, this is one of my favorite upgrades I've ever seen. And for $59.99, as you can see here, it's not a bad investment as far as I'm concerned, because this thing, it just has everything. This really makes that Animated Optimus Prime into a full-blown, like, leader, almost like a even bigger than the leader class, you know, type of thing. And I know Hasbro is probably thinking about doing this themselves, so it wouldn't surprise me if they came out with a different version later on, where they can do all these extra pieces and make money off that again. But and plus, I'm pretty sure that they're going to do that, because they're probably going to do the face-plated version as well. But this is all the pieces that you get with this. Like I said, this is a lot. And you get that giant hammer, and that hammer, it makes me wonder if there's going to be, like, whenever they do an animated version of Ultra Magnus, that hammer could probably go to him as well. But yeah, this is all the pieces, how it kind of comes together. You can kind of see how this is going to kind of go on his back and all that stuff, and how the wings kind of fold out. It's just cool that they're doing this. I think this looks great. I just wanted to kind of take a look at these pictures that we have here of this thing, because I mean, look at that. That's pretty cool. And the hands, how they turn, and how the hands all kind of work out together. There's the back of it anyway. That looks cool. I just think it looks good even from the back. I don't know, that hose line extension that goes up, or whatever, that white piece or whatever, even that doesn't look like it takes up a lot of space in the back there. But there he is with the hammer and everything. This just looks so cool. I mean, I just love this. It's kind of a little different than the animated cartoon version, because I mean, the white on the legs there, the animated version didn't really have that, but I'll show that later, I think. But yeah, this is very cool looking. So I don't know, I think I'm gonna have to buy this just because how massive this makes him and how just amazing this. I'll probably buy an extra version of Animated Optimus Prime just to have him in his normal version, and then have him like this on the shelf, just because it looks cool. Because yeah, and look at that giant gun. I mean, that's like the Cybertron toy line, how he had that giant gun like upside down like that. This is a lot like that, actually. So that's a cool idea, because that is a cool looking Optimus Prime. There he is holding it, and with two hands, which looks kind of cool. I just love this design. So yeah, let's get into the other pictures though. Now, the only thing that was missing really from that set, which I can't really believe that they were missing that, but they didn't put a face-plated head in there, and that's kind of weird that they didn't do that, because I think the face-plated Optimus Prime, or Animated Optimus Prime, looks cool, and nothing's going to really beat the original toy, because it actually had the faceplate that folds down and folds up. And this was like literally like a $20 toy. I don't understand how Hasbro couldn't do this with the newer version, which costs like $35 after everything's said and done. So I'm not sure what they're doing at Hasbro for them to miss out on this. They're probably not missing out on it. Like I said before, they're probably going to re-release him and have him have the upgrades and all that stuff and charge you twice as much, so they could get another sale out of the deal, which is, I guess that's good business, but it's not good business to the fans. But yeah, so I just wanted to include this image here because that's the only thing that's missing from that DNA Studio design is a new face-plated head. Now, I did go on eBay, and I did kind of look at what they had on eBay, and turns out there's a set on eBay that somebody 3D printed, or this is like an upgrade kit that somebody's making. Anyway, and there it is. Now, this looks 3D printed, but there's the head, the animated head, with the actual faceplate. You can see how you could put it on there, and this is a lot cheaper. So if you're looking for a set right now that you could probably pick up, this would be actually a good set that would work. And this one actually looks more like the cartoon Powermaster Optimus Prime. You can see it right there. That looks more like what he looked like in the cartoon, and it's cool that he has a hammer on the back there. So this is a very good set too if you wanted to get something a little cheaper. And this is out right now, I believe. So you can get this. You do have that 3D printing kind of look, though, to the head and everything. So you have to deal with that, of course. But this is what it looks like. I would never have it with the wings on the vehicle mode. But that's the parts there that goes with it. So that's pretty much all you can get with that. So I just kind of wanted to take a look at who's making this and kind of show you who's making this so you can look this up on eBay yourself and maybe buy this thing for yourself. Because these guys make some good stuff from what I've seen. And, I mean, they have a lot of decent quality and a lot of different parts and stuff that they're selling for other stuff, obviously. So, you might want to pick this up. These guys seem like a good group or whatever. They kind of know what they're doing with these things and trying to sell different kinds of upgrade kits. So, yeah. But now, this is the actual DNA Studio design. And look at that prowl. That's amazing. I mean, that's a cool looking prowl too. I might have to pick that up too. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, I just kind of want to throw this picture in there to kind of show you the whole crew all together. I mean, Bumblebee's really small, and I'm surprised there isn't like an upgrade kit for Bumblebee yet. Maybe there is. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to upgrade about Bumblebee other than putting the black stripe on the other leg, which kind of drives me nuts. But yeah, it's kind of the whole set looks cool together. But boy, that Optimus Prime really towers over all these guys. He's so big. I kind of hope that they're going to do a bulkhead, an animated bulkhead, and have him be really big too, and not be like the Generations or the last one they recently put out from Legacy or whatever. I'm just hoping that they'll actually do something with Bulkhead and have him actually look like he did in the cartoon series, because that's my favorite version of Bulkhead. I just love that version. So here he is without all the back pieces on and all the extra stuff next to the actual Voyager version. And you could definitely see the substantial changes that they made here. He actually stands on those extra feet platforms or whatever. And he gets those extra hand pieces added on to make him look so bulky and big. And he's got those those jetpack things on his shoulders. It's just very cool that they did this. I just love how they did this whole setup. And I mean, besides the white things that go up on the front of the legs there, I don't know if that should go so high. It just seems like it's so high up. But other than that, this looks cool. And obviously, I think I've said that 100 times on here already. But yeah, I just love this set. So here he is next to the actual animated version. And like I said before, it's not exact, obviously, because those white things that go on his legs, which kind of, I imagine those just hold onto his legs, so it kind of keeps everything more stable and bulks up the legs to match the actual upper torso piece, and also probably helps him stand better. And you do notice that he does have the black, like gritty, like foot bottoms on his like feet there, which is what he had on the animated cartoon, which is very cool, with the yellow on the bottom of his feet. Those things are added to this, which makes him more accurate, I guess, to the animated model. But yeah, this is not exactly the same as the animated series one. Those guns on his shoulders, I think those should be able to fold back. I don't know if they do, but I imagine that they should be able to fold back to look more like the animated show, the version that they have over on the right there, because that really would be cool if they could actually fold down. But everything else looks pretty accurate from what I could see. Now, the vehicle form, this is my favorite part. This is what sold me actually the most, is because the front wheels on that original Voyager drive me nuts that they're behind that gray. Because if you see the animated version there, you don't see like hidden wheels behind that. You see wheels just out, right? You know, and the wheels on this toy is actually really so thin and don't even look good to me as far as I'm concerned. I wish they would do thicker wheel upgrade kits somehow, but you could see there's obviously a difference between the animated version of the fire truck mode and the actual DNA Studio design. But I really don't care because I think they did such a great job trying to get a good mix of the two that it's worth buying as far as I'm concerned. Because just the way they've actually taken the time to really make that whole extension of the cab and kind of blend it all together, they did a great job. And I mean, toward the back, I mean, they have little pieces that are a little different back there, but I just love how they did this. It's just so amazing to see all the intricate detail that they put into actually creating this to make it transform and do all the like parts forming or whatever that it needs to do to make this into a Powermaster Optimus Prime that looks worthy of buying. Now, there's other options that they could have done for trailers. Here you can see in the animated cartoon, they had the dump truck version. They had the G1 Optimus Prime kind of trailer almost. And then they had the fire truck, which the fire truck is the best one to go with as far as I'm concerned, because those other ones are just kind of bland and boring. And he did do those, but he didn't do those as much as the fire truck, I think. I think the fire truck showed up a lot more, which does make a lot more sense. But yeah, the fire truck almost even looks a little squished together in the cartoon. I think what they've done at the DNA with the DNA design, they've actually extended it to make it look a little bit more good. I guess more generation style maybe, or more accurate to how they're making toys now, which is actually good because that means the guns can be longer. That makes everything kind of spaced out and more look less squished together. Although that is kind of the animated kind of style that they always had, is kind of squishing everything together and making everything kind of look really animated looking. But I think this design is very well put together, the way they've done it. And it's well worth the money, I think, because just the detail and the actual work that probably went into designing this is probably a lot, because I think this is their best upgrade kit that they've done. Now you can see over here on the right, on the left hand side, somebody did like a I think this is cartoon, I think this is like a design on a computer where they added to the original. This is the original toy of Animated Optimus Prime, which is my favorite, by the way, because the wheel that's right in the front there, you can see how it's different than the Legacy version now. But this is my favorite version of Optimus Prime, or the animated version anyway. And whoever did that upgrade kit that's over on the left there, I think that we should have gotten that for this version of Optimus Prime, because it's a little bit chunkier, looks more animated though, but it's kind of a cheaper version, it looks like. But this is not a real thing. This is a computer design, so don't think that this is out there somewhere. Maybe it is, I don't know, but I didn't see anything where this set that's over on the left-hand side there is not anything I've seen on the internet for sale. Now here is the actual animated version on the left there. You do see the wheels being stupidly behind the giant cab. If this was to drive down the road in reality, the cab would be dragging on the ground and the rear would be up. But the animated toy figured out a way to make that proper, and they figured out a way to put that wheel a little closer to the front and still make it look accurate to the cartoon, which was one of my favorite things that they did with the toy. The toy was very cool. It rolled very well and had bigger wheels than the stupid Voyager class version, and that's why I love that toy so much, even to this day. Now there's a little parts forming on the back there that they had with the gun and that little that little axe that kind of folded out, but other than that, I thought that the original animated toy was a very, very high quality, very well made toy. And I just think that Hasbro could have done better on this Voyager version of him with the wheels and a couple of other things. But I don't want to talk forever. This video is already getting long, and I know that I'm just kind of rambling now. But the DNA Studios version of this upgrade kit, of this Powermaster Optimus Prime, is very, very cool, and I just wanted to talk about it. I could have talked about a lot of things, but I just thought that this was a very interesting set to talk about. So, tell me what you think in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.